Hey, happy Tuesday. It feels like Monday because we had a snow day yesterday. So it feels like Monday, but it is Tuesday. So I wanted to say, hey, I wanted to come on and talk a little business. This is March Madness, and I am doing a business 5-day challenge coming up next week. It's called, hey Mercy, it's called the Soul Aligned Business Basics Challenge. So if you are not in my group, Soul Aligned Life, you might want to jump in there if you want to talk about the 5 things. I'm going to talk about for the 5 days next week in the challenge. I'm going to talk about the basics that you will need to build a business and watch it grow, right? So these are the basics. I'm going to share this out real quick, as I usually do, because that's that's how it rolls. So for right now, I'm going to go over, a couple of different things that I hear people talking about or ask questions about. And hold on, I'm sharing this out again. Stick with me, y'all. So a lot of times you'll hear me talk about soul alignment. Soul Aligned Life. Soul Aligned Biz Babe is going to be my upcoming coaching group. Soul Aligned Life, Love, Woman, whatever it is. And it's for a reason, because I believe that we are the most fulfilled when we are living a life that is in alignment with our soul and who we are. So that includes our business. And I think that when people try to come either online and build their own business or offline, wherever they are, and they find themselves stuck, I think it's because they are out of alignment. Whatever they're doing, there is something that's not quite in alignment with who they are, what their values are, and what they believe in. And sometimes I think we come on and we try to either force things, or we try to create businesses because we think we should, or we think it would be cool because somebody else is doing it and having luck with it or having success, or maybe it's something that our family would have wanted, or do all these different things, or maybe it's the hot thing right now, so we jump into it. But it's really, at the end of the day, when we have to move forward and do the work, it's just not there, and we procrastinate and we just don't do it. And we're like, oh shit, this doesn't work, or gosh, I'm stuck, or I can't do this. And the truth is, it's kind of a mixture of out of alignment and limiting beliefs. But today I want to talk about alignment versus avoidance, because I heard on a live stream over the weekend, I can't remember who it was from because I listened to a lot of stuff, that and I thought it was so true, right? So true, because I work with a lot of my clients, my team, a lot of people that I work with are really into the spiritual stuff, like into the woo-woo, into manifesting, into the law of attraction, into astrology, into psychic mediumship, into human design, into the emotion code, and all these different things, okay? Which I absolutely love too. So don't get me wrong. I'm right there. Here's the thing. And here's the thing, when you're building a business though, and you're coming from this spiritual space, and a lot of people that I work with and coach with are empaths as well. I tend to attract a lot of people who are, probably because it's similar to myself, are empaths, and they're very spiritually sensitive, very sensitive to energies. And so when it comes to building a business, right, and people are feeling stuck and they're not getting momentum, or it's not quite going the way they want, I get them to really look at a few things. And there's usually one of 2 issues when that happens. I'm not going to talk about what they are today. It's more about alignment today. So really, when we're building a business, it takes work, it takes effort, it's kind of 2 schools of thought going on right now that I hear on Facebook through different coaches, and all of them I think are amazing. So this is not a right or wrong, and this is not a criticism by any stretch, but I kind of hear 2 schools of thought, and one is go with the flow. When you're building a business, be in total alignment. If you don't feel like doing something today, don't do it. Wait until you're inspired. When you post, when you go live, when you make a blog post, really just think to yourself that moment, what's on my heart to speak about today? What is on my heart? And then share that. Or think about, what is it that I want to work on today? Or what do I want to say in my business? Or what do I want to do in my business that makes me feel good, that makes me feel high vibe? And do that. And the things that don't make you feel high vibe, or the things that you don't love, that don't feel easy and fun and flowy, don't do them, right? There's that. Then there's the other side that is, a little bit, and I feel like that's kind of a little bit of that feminine energy, right? There's some of femininity in there, and there's some spirituality, femininity, and there's the more masculine coaches who are, sheer strategy, like you have to do this, and this. And a lot of times they will teach like a system, and this is the way that you do it, especially network marketing. They usually have the thing is you need to be duplicatable. So they'll, have you plug you into a certain system. And if you follow it and do what everybody else is doing, then that's the way to succeed, because your upline is succeeding doing this and it's been proven, blah, blah. Or a coach that's teaching, you want to build a coaching practice or an online business, here's the strategy for marketing and doing all these things. And you have to do the things, right? And it's push, to get forward. You need to like kind of push yourself, get out of your comfort zone. You might have to sacrifice your in here and there in your life, maybe a little bit of sleep, maybe some time with loved ones to get ahead. So there's these kind of like two schools of thought. And it's like, well, gee, like which is it, right? Which is it? And for me, I find that, and after doing all of these things, right? And for me, I've, building my business for, a couple of years now, and have even before that, but for a couple of years, but sort of like really part time. Okay. So in the last couple of years was when I started to really just focus in, hone in, and get like super like really focused and motivated and fierce about it. I found that it's a combination of both. The one thing that you want to be like really mindful of is know that you're going to have to leave your comfort zone. Like, I think it's a combination of both, especially for us women when we're building a business. You'll end up out of alignment if you completely stay in your masculine energy, the do, the strategy, the logic, the numbers, this and that, the push, hustle, and build your business. You will go right out of alignment. You'll burn out. You'll do all those things, and you'll get some shit done, but you may not feel so great after a while. You may find your health is suffering a little bit. You may find your relationships are suffering a little bit. And so you'll just be, right? And you'll probably feel less inspired after a while. Then if you're too much in the feminine and you're just like, oh, I'm just going to go with the flow, I'm going to do what feels good and feels right, then sometimes you find yourselves getting into this kind of alignment versus avoidance trap, which I thought was interesting that I heard someone talk about, where you have to really discern in your mind, is it something that I'm not doing, or that I'm doing because it doesn't feel good, like meaning it's out of alignment, like it feels yucky, it's not authentically me? Or am I avoiding doing it because, I'm tired today, or I'm at a place in my moon cycle and I'm a little emotional, or I'm feeling a little or I just, I'm an empath, or I'm this certain personality type and I just don't want to jump on live. That's just is like not me. And like, what is it? I want to encourage, you to look at, to really combine those two energies, because the question at the end of the day is this, if I'm going to go to work on my business for a day, if I'm going to go and have my to-do list in front of me, okay, is this going to put my business one step towards my vision or one step further away, right? So is this something that's truly out of alignment? Like, for example, if you join a network marketing company and you love the leadership, you love your sponsor, you love the leadership, you love your upline, but you're not that psyched about the product and you don't really use it all that much, and you're trying to sell it and you feel out of alignment. So you find yourself procrastinating, not really doing the work because it's not in alignment with you. Like there's something, or if you're coaching on something that you haven't actually done yourself, right? And you're coaching in a niche that you don't feel that confident about, but it's made money for other people. So you're trying to kind of duplicate that, but you kind of find yourself procrastinating. That's out of alignment. But like I said, if you're just, you know what, I was going to do a Facebook post today, but I'm just going to, do whatever. I'm going to sit and, do yoga for 3 hours, or I'm going to take a nap. There's nothing wrong with those things. Don't get me wrong. Self-care and the silence is where sometimes your best inspiration will come, and you need to make that part of your whole schedule. But when you find yourself putting off things that you need to do to move your business forward, especially when you're frustrated, if you're not getting any traction and you're like, what is going on? And you have to look at, what am I doing every single day to move my business forward? How much time am I spending on it? And because your results will be kind of like parallel to your effort, right? And I'm not an advocate for working and burning out, like working 16, 18-hour days. There are people that do that and rock on, and you can, I'm sure you get results from that, totally. But I am committed to teaching my tribe how to build a business that is in alignment with their soul and with their needs and their priorities in life, okay? So usually that doesn't include working 20 hours on your business, but how much time are you spending on it? Because your vision, the vision that you have for your business is this. So what are the action steps you need to take in order to reach this vision? Because who do you have to become to be that version of yourself that's going to reach that goal? And that means what actions do you need to take? If you find yourself that you're avoiding the actions because you have some inner work you need to do, for you're going live, you find yourself making kind of excuses or putting yourself in a box. Like, I love my fellow empaths. We rock. And I totally get where you're coming from. But I know that empaths too can go live on Facebook. They can put themselves out there. They have a message to share, and they can be seen and can be visible, and they can be okay and protected, right? And still attract their ideal people. They still can do this, and it's going to be absolutely fine. So I won't let anyone put themselves in that empath box where it's just like, I can't go live, I can't, do video, or I can't do this, because I will push you a little bit out of your comfort zone. Because, well, what are your goals? Are you going to be meeting that goal? Sure, you can absolutely build businesses offline. People did it for decades before social media came along and smartphones. People still did it. They went and hung up flyers, and they went and had conversations and went to networking meetings and did those things. So it's like, who do you want to be, and what do you want to do, and how are you going to get here? And, so what is in most alignment with you and what fits your lifestyle, and then you got to do it. So, and not let the limiting beliefs get in the way or try to box yourself into being too spiritual or being too sensitive that you can't put yourself out there. So that's kind of what I'm getting at for today. Ask yourself, is this action going to put me one step toward my goal, my vision, or one step further away if I don't do it? And then you need to ask yourself, so am I not doing it because I'm out of alignment or because I'm in fear? I'm avoiding, which means out of alignment is truly like not in alignment with your values and your priorities. And you can laugh and say, my priority is to sleep. And that may be your health your body needs to recharge. You need to sleep. And that's what your body and your alignment's telling you. Just remember that you're building this, you have this vision, and how will that affect your vision? If you're okay with that, rock it, see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you have to know what your vision is, what your clear vision is, and then how you're going to get there. What are the action steps? And this is what we're going to work on in the 5-day challenge. I'm going to tell you the 5 pieces, the 5 basics that you need to have in place in order to get momentum in your business. And if you're avoiding any of these pieces, okay, then you are going to spin your wheels and you're going to stay stuck. Now, in the 5 pieces that I'm going to talk about, the 5 basics, being in alignment with them is important, but it doesn't mean that you don't get to take the action steps. So that's kind of what I'm getting at today. And I want you to build a business that's in complete alignment with who you are and makes you feel freaking lit up from the inside out. It gives you whatever your vision is: financial freedom, time freedom, personal freedom, I don't know, flexibility to travel, like whatever it is that you want to do, gives you, security and peace of mind because you have that financial safety net. Just gives you a fulfilling passion project so you can change the world or just change your corner of the world, whatever you want to do. That is the kind of business I want my clients, want you to build. And what we're going to work on in the 5-day Soul Aligned Business Basics Challenge is the 5 pieces that are really critical to growing your business that you need to have in place, okay? So if you want to join the challenge, I suggest you go to jenrapinian.com. Go to jenrapinian.com and put your name and email in. Even if you've already subscribed to my list before, do it again, and you will get instructions on how to participate in the challenge. It's totally free. It's just going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be some learning, and you can ask questions as well. Harley says, I am avoiding no sales and it gets me depressed wondering why I do it, but it is something I can do and enjoy. So we'd have to look at the 5 pieces that I'm going to talk about in the challenge and say, do you have those pieces in place? Where are you? Where are you in that process from 1 to 5? And which one needs the attention? And then it's building those foundational pieces, knowing where your business is at and focusing on that one piece until you master it, and then moving on. Instead of trying to do all the things and then getting frustrated and overwhelmed and upset, right? Because if you don't have the foundation in place, then it's going to be hard to make a sale at the end. Okay, there's things that need to be built into your business before that making sales becomes easy. And by the way, giving yourself so much time. Like, this is a process that takes time. It took me a couple of years, and that it wasn't even totally full time either. So it's all about, what do we have for a time commitment, and then really putting those foundational pieces in place and focusing on one until it gets rolling, and then moving ahead, so that you're not frustrated when you're like, why am I not getting the response that, say, Jen does? Because Jen had to go and do all those steps, and I took my time doing it. I had to really, and that's the inner work, that's the strategy work. Inner work even comes first. So you can look at that as well. You can look and say, is there some limiting beliefs that I really need to get over? And that includes like self-worth, that includes money mindset. That's the other thing to look at too. So not only the foundational business pieces that we're gonna do in the challenge, none of those will work if mindset work hasn't been worked on enough. None of those will work. So the mindset's really the place to start. And when I do the Soul Aligned Biz Babe program, we're gonna talk about that mindset piece. That's gonna be the first step. That's gonna be part of the beginning step. But for right now, for this challenge, it's gonna be super fun. So again, jenrapinian.com, I'll put it in the comments too. Enroll and you'll get an email. Look for an email with me for the details. And you also get a downloadable journal prompt. I have some little homework, some pre-work for you to do before the challenge. You download the journal prompt and you answer the questions. It'll get your juices flowing, because I want you to have that vision. Because I said, whether or not you're out of alignment depends on what your vision is. So it's gonna start to get your mind going. Sounds like a great plan. I look forward to learning more. Yes, you've been doing it 2 years. So if you've been at it for 2 years, you've learned something. It's okay, it's your journey. Remember, this is all your journey. Each one of us are on different journeys, and we start from different places too. So there's no right or wrong, good or bad. It's just, this is your journey, right? And so it's just time for you to just go to your next step. It's time for you to go to your next step and make that decision about where you want your business to go and how much you want to make and how quickly you want this to happen, and start to declare that and believe it. And that may mean, like I said, uncovering mindset work, uncovering money mindset that you might need to work on before you work on those strategy pieces. So we need to kind of work on that and figure out, where are you at in your own journey? And that's okay, because there's no, and there's no beating yourself up and saying, oh, I've been at it for 2 years. Why didn't I know this? The universe has your back at all times. Believe that. The universe is on your side. So for whatever reason, you have been perfect right where you're at, just because that was in your best interest at the time. And now you may be waking up to other things and going, okay, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready on a soul level now to do this next work. So it's all good. It's all good. Just believe that it's all good, even though it's frustrating. I know when we have like money stress, or we're, it gets there. After you read my, hey Gina, after you read my card, you mentioned a business, and we were just thinking of starting now, and I'm working on it. Thank you for the confirmation. Yes, well, I love it. Women, goddesses in business, I am just loving it. Boss babes, absolutely. And if you need anything with that and need to message me, any help, let me know. I'm here to help. And if you're in Soul Aligned Life with me, just stay with us. We're going to do all business stuff for March Madness. I enrolled but did not get your reply yet. If you let me know in a message later, Harley, if you don't, it should be pretty quickly thereafter. Make sure it's not in your spam. If you don't, then let me know and I'll have to somehow resend that. So, all right, everybody. Hey, everybody. Jen Zen, you're so cute. Thank you, Vicky. Mercy's trying to start too. Mercy's going to be a boss babe. Okay, yeah, I mean, let's all work on this. This is the time. This is the time. 2019 is an incredible time for women especially to get online and start doing your own business, or offline. Either way, start to build your business. Start to do this. If your soul is calling to do that. If it's not, then that's not in alignment, and don't. But if it has been, even if you've been avoiding it and you're still getting the call, now's the time to do it. Now's the time to step into it and go, okay, this is the year that I'm going to listen to the callings of my soul, and I'm going to start my business. Even if I have kids, even if I'm not feeling 100%, I have 4 kids. I'm still healing from Lyme disease. I've not felt 100% for years now, but those reasons are actually more reasons why I have to do it than what's going to hold me back. So we're going to work on that mindset, and I want you to see your business that way too. Like, these are just reasons, these are more of your why than your why not. And I don't want anyone, any of my clients or anyone that I work with, I don't want any of you to have money be a reason why you have to say no to things, to be a reason why you can't do things, to be a reason why you can't do the things you want to do in your life. Right? If you feel like you have to keep saying no to a lot, I can't, not now, someday, fuck that. Excuse my language, F that. I want my clients and my team to be able to say, yes, I can. I can do all these things that are my desires. I can fulfill my desires because I have the resources to do it, and that's not in my way, right? If it's something I choose not to do, then that's your choice. You have the freedom of choice. That's cool. But money will never be a reason why you have to say no. So that's it. So again, jenrapenian.com. Join us for the 5-day Business Basics Challenge. And if you are not in Soul Aligned Life group already, get on in there. That's where all the magic's going to happen. And you need to be in the group to see the videos. The live streams will not be on my page here. You have to be in the group, and you will get a downloadable in your email to do for pre-work. So I am just so excited. I'm so excited. All right. Much love to all of you. Any questions, comment below, message me, and I'm happy to answer them. And I will see you for the challenge. Well, I'll see you either later today or tomorrow for more live streams. There's going to be all sorts of, it's going to be a little bit of a palooza. All right. So much love. Take care. And I will see you soon.